How's it going, guys? This is IFBB Pro Brad Rowe back again here at the MECCA. We're gonna hit some legs today. I'm gonna start out with quads and then move on to hamstrings, hit some calves. So follow along, let's get it done. All right, so I'm gonna start this leg off with some quad extensions. I'm gonna do like 3 warm-up sets so I get to a working weight that I can probably get for about 12 to 15 reps. Then I'm gonna do 2 working double drop sets there. Really get the quads pre-fatigued. That when I go on to pressing movements, I don't have to rack up a shit ton of weight. One of the negatives of having really strong legs is it's a whole lot of fucking work just to unrack and rack, whether it be squats or leg presses and shit. So I really like to pre-fatigue them so I lose a little bit of strength and I don't have to kill my arms lifting weights up and down all the time. All right, as some of you guys know, in 2015, I tore my quad. I decided to skip the Vancouver Pro, so wait another 4 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever it was, to get ready for Sacramento. Figured I need to fill out a little more. And the morning of the Vancouver Pro that I skipped, I came in to do legs, and I got shitty sleep that night before, and I trained on pretty much empty stomach, not a lot of fluids in me. I was doing leg press, I felt pretty strong, and all of a sudden I came down on leg press, went to go push up, and I just felt the pop. And I knew I tore something right away. My chiropractor luckily was here. She was actually filming the set for me. I have it on video, it's on my Instagram where I tore it. And she immediately brought me over to her office, put some stim on it, iced it, got it going. Next day I was able to walk on it with a lot of compression. So I decided, screw it, I'm already in shape. I was still trying to chase the Olympia points. At that point I was already in on points, but I knew there was a couple shows left, so I wanted to make sure that I officially got in. So me and Aceto decided we'll push on to Sacramento. So we had 4 weeks to go to Sacramento, and I did cardio, just walking on the treadmill. I was already in shape, so I didn't have to do a lot of that. My legs, luckily, are my strong point, so training didn't have to be intense. It probably took me about 7 or 8 weeks before I was able to do so many leg presses on the quad. I was still able to do some hamstrings and things like that, some light body weight stuff just to try to keep some volume. But the injury was about a 4-inch tear deep in the vastus lateralis. Luckily, there was no damage to tendon or anything like that. So it was just kind of one of those things that had to heal on its own. The biggest part was just the swelling and the inflammation, the bruising and everything went all the way down to my ankles. Stepping on stage, I was happy with what I brought, minus the leg. Still one of the most conditioned guys up there. I had a huge edema and swelling and bruising in my legs, so judges really knocked me on that, and I fell to 9th place that show. And then I qualified for the Olympia, and things kind of picked up. And at about 3 weeks out from the Olympia, I was able to start leg pressing again, and here we are. Pretty much almost a year later, and funny or not, the leg is actually better than the left leg that I didn't tear. I think when I tore, I might have tore a little bit of fascia as well, and it opened up my quad sweep. So my quad sweep on my right leg is so much more significant on my left. So every day I think about taking a razor blade and just slicing the left one open a little bit, see if I can get it to catch up. But so lately I've been doing some single leg exercises for the left to try to get that sweep to kind of pop up and match the right. So all in all, it's just as strong as it's ever been, and it was an experience, and I'm proud of myself for what I was able to accomplish with that and push on. So all we can do is get better. All right, so exercise number 2 for quads is gonna be on this squat press machine. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna face in towards it. I'm gonna put my feet a little farther underneath me. So the motion's gonna be almost like a sissy squat, where I come right down, focuses all my quads, and as I come up, the contraction is almost like I would on a leg extension. I'm just squeezing, contracting my quads to get myself up. This is a great exercise, I think, for building mass if you're trying to focus solely on quad engagement. I get no hamstring, no glutes in it, which you would on almost any other type of leg press. So this is a great isolation movement for quads. All right, so some of my biggest weaknesses have been chest, biceps, back. Those are areas I really need to focus on bringing up. Legs have always been a strong point. So this year, I changed things up a little bit. Instead of doing a traditional bodybuilder split where you hit, chest on Monday, back on Tuesday, yada, 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 I do 4 days on, 1 day off. So I'm hitting every body part every 5 days. So I'm hitting more frequency out of it. And I think that's really helped a lot. You get probably over a 16-week span, you're getting an extra 5 or 6 workouts in, if not more throughout that period. It's giving you enough time to recover. That and some of the changes in intensity techniques. I've definitely seen some changes in thickness in my chest. I just did a comparison side chest shot from 6 weeks out last year to this year, and my chest does look a lot fuller. My biceps have come up a little bit. My arms are kind of tough to grow. Same with my back, but all in all, I'd say I am slowly making some improvements, and that's kind of the name of the game, slow and steady. It's a marathon. Unfortunately, most of us try to sprint the marathon, and we end up failing pretty hard. So just got to keep pounding away.